Braxis hold out.
Yay, Braxis holdout.
Oh my god. Hope the teams are ready.
Dunk started the draft without asking them if they were ready. Oops.
Okay, the teams appear to be in position. We'll have to see.
They were doing some fun stuff in chat, but
yeah,
they're not doing the fun stuff anymore.
Yeah, no fun
stuff
allowed here. This is serious only.
Well, probably the most hyped matchup of the day, Tempo Storm versus Gale Force Esports. This is the teams we expect in the grand finals again as well. Bit surprising to see them hit this early on.
Yeah, the teams are just arguing in chat, trying to get into the Bloodlust spirit. Oh, nice. I can't tell what's going on. Someone told me that Cattle was their drafter, so that's who I selected, and it appears he is not their banner, so nice.
So do we need to read the game? Oh,
no, we'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a task, man. Everything's okay, I think.
I just threw a cake down for $100. This
People would dream of doing that. People would also dream of eating that cake. Genji has been banned. Satas, Genji, nothing crazy. Pretty much the standard stuff. I mean, it's very common for the early bans. The only differences with Brex's holdout is once in a while you will see something like Rexar exist. It's not really a thing anymore, but in the past you'd see more of it. The wave clear is important. Globals are valuable, even though it's only a 2-lane map.
Well, first pick coming up. Who's on the right? Gale Force or Tempo?
That's a good question. It's Gale Force on the left, Tempo on the right.
Okay.
Gale Force selected the
Higher
map.
seed,
They went
right?
to Brax's holdout, yeah. So Gale Force is second pick. So it's up to Tempo here, what they want to first pick. The Haka, again, very valuable on this map despite being 2 lanes. The map mechanic here of holding the beacons and needing to maintain control causes some interesting shifts in hero priority compared to what you might expect from a normal 2-lane map.
Yeah.
Like, the solo laner is just so important, and Dahaka's good in a lot of matchups, so not only is he a global, but...
What are your thoughts on Sukhov on this map? This is a good map
I think
for him?
he's great in the 4-man. I think he's actually excellent in the 4-man.
I hope we get to see, like, June or Akaface on him. That would be great.
Yeah, I don't think he's quite as high power in the 4-man as, like, Ariel or Medic. They've been known to be, like, really good, but I think he's just underneath that tier, sitting along with Uther. Uther kind of struggles in the 4-man, so he's not as good. I think Sukhov excels in the 4-man, so he's better than his normal.
Well, next 2 pick, or first 2 picks rather for GFE. 5 seconds. It will be the Uther,
Yeah.
which could still eventually lead to Sukhov.
Yeah, it could.
And the new.
Ooh.
Surprised to see him this early based off what we've been seeing this weekend.
Yeah, we've not seen that much of him. And
Still so good, though. I mean...
Yeah. I mean, this tells me that GFE wants to play like a really explosive kill comp. You want a lot of damage to follow up. You want the cocoon to go out and then your target to die immediately after, while the enemy team is either down a man or distracted breaking the cocoon. Either one is fine.
Well, next 2 picks here before the mid-tier bans. For Tempo Storm, they have their Dahaka.
Yeah, I mean, Dahaka's good. They could still pick another warrior if they really wanted to. The other OP picks are mainly damage. Greymane, Gul'dan, you know, lane clear is important for the map for sure. Sometimes you'll see that prioritized earlier than other maps just because you got to be able to defend the big waves in the event you're behind. Once in a while, I see a team get cheeky and try to do the Sylvanas. Not too much anymore. It doesn't have the same kind of impact it could on, say, BOE. But Mura and Stukov.
Well, we're getting to see June play Sukhov, which I'm excited to see.
Nice.
Hopefully June on him. If they go to double support, you don't know what will happen.
Yeah.
But hopefully June. I would love to see him tearing it up.
Haha.
Haha. Mid-tier bans, Dunk. If you are GFE and you look at what Tempo Storm currently has, what do you want to deny? I mean, clearly damage.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. You kind of want to look at the damage, but there's just so many viable damage dealers. I'm not sure that there's any one that really sticks out as like, oh, this hero is, you know, such an outlier in effectiveness. And they will opt for the Zeratul ban. We haven't seen any Zeratul, I want to say, at
No,
this event.
This is the first time Zeratul's popped up.
But he is obnoxious on Braxis. Those stealth heroes are so good at threatening the solo lane because they just hide in the 4-man, and then either your solo has to play safe and give up the beacon, or you risk the gank.
Do you think the Zeratul is signaling to like an Abathur or anything like that?
I don't think you're necessarily giving anything really away about your draft. Zeratul's kind of just like here's a random thing that could be obnoxious style ban. I wouldn't really consider it something giving away
about
strategy.
the double support,
Yeah.
the unlimited sustain.
Could be like a Falstad pick potentially that they're interested in. Zeratul's got a really good matchup against Falstad.
Matches the global at least from Dahaka, and you know.
Yeah, but Falstad's not that popular anymore. So
No, he really isn't.
Now,
Auto tech build can be okay here though.
this is I don't know much about Braxis, but we have Abathur Illidan both available. Is that a viable option on this map?
it's really not very good here.
Ava Greymane could be okay.
Yeah, Abogrimmon can be okay.
Abogrimmon,
It's
okay.
just tough to fit an Abathur in on this map because the Zerg waves are so
Right.
important and the
True.
map
That's a
mechanic
good point.
starts so
Yeah.
early.
It's definitely not common. Just matching the global seems to be like a decent
Yeah.
option. I'm just
Yeah.
curious.
And
if
they
that's-
played. And then we had K1 and Fan, I believe, both on Abathur in 2 different games yesterday. So
Yeah.
they are.
Yeah, those were different battlegrounds, of course. But
Yeah, but the Abathur is on the table for these guys. So
Yeah.
we'll see if they pick it. 2 options. There's the Falstad. This is the second time we've seen Falstad in this tournament. He was banned once.
Yep.
This is the first time we're getting to see him played, and not too surprising with GFE.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's just matching the Dahaka. It's so many games in BOE that 5th member rotates down into the one Eder lane and then catches you off guard and you just get bodied. Having snap rotations is really good. And you know, Falstad's clear is actually solid too. You got Gunlane Cocktail and you know the hammering to help deal with those Zerg waves.
Plus, he's a ranged hero, and he actually has an okay matchup against Dahaka. They both have globals they can
Yeah.
utilize if they take a bad trade to return to the lane quickly. I think Falstad misses more of the beacon uptime, but is still relatively effective in the lane. So, pretty good situation. And then Greymane, of course, the
Yeah, which is
standard
good.
range carry.
As
Um,
Bakery put it, to probably just one of the most well-rounded character
Yeah.
for damage dealer, range damage dealers.
Just no real weaknesses.
Yeah, very solid. Last 2 picks here for Tempo Storm. We're running out of time. We've only got the 1 support and the double tank. Gul'dan and Valera. I have not seen Udall spam in chat. I haven't seen Valera in a competitive game I mean, she got nerfed into oblivion because of
Yeah.
quick match being
It's
just
a good map
awful.
for her though.
Yeah, he talked about the stealth before.
Ooh, that solo
Zagara.
lane just changed.
Interesting.
That Dahaka early game is going to get bullied by Zagara. And he doesn't have the
Yeah.
same kind of option to quickly leave the lane because if you leave that Zagara alone with Infest, she just
Destroys the walls.
goes through that
quickly, yeah.
wall like it's nothing.
This is going to be interesting because the Zagara is going to be pushing, and Tempo is going to try to threaten the top lane with the Valera, but it's not quite like the Zeratul. It's not quite as effective.
Right.
I would say she doesn't have the same mobility, so
Yeah.
she's not as easy to necessarily hide going over the creep or blinking over walls to enable kills. But she does bring some CC.
Well, what are your thoughts on the Gul'dan? We've seen LZ Gamer Team play him a lot, but they're the only one that busted out the Gul'dan. Is he good on Braxis?
I think this is his best map. His damage range is just long enough to threaten the beacon very well without being in too much danger, and he's got excellent wave clear for the Zerg wave. So, of all the maps that I think Gul'dan is good on, I'm pretty sure Braxis is, if not his best one, probably his like second best one. He's really known for being Infernal Shrines and Braxis holdout primarily.
Well, here we go, guys. Get hyped. The best match of the day is here. Tempo Storm versus Gale Force Esports, and that's who's on the left-hand side. GFE, Akaface, King Caffeine, K1 Pro, Fan, and who am I forgetting? Udall. Udall and the Zagara.
Yeah, he's going to be that split push terror, but up against him will be Tempo Storm with Cawthon, Psalm, Cattle, Fury, and June showing off that Stukov. That's a nice Stukov skin mount synergy. You got some white and reddish orange going on. I'm not sure what mount that is either.
That is cool looking. It's like a weird-looking goat thing.
Hmm.
Like an elk or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Psalm on the blue version.
Yeah. That's a cool
Very
map.
nice. Huh, both teams happened to meet each other on the top lane. Neither one wanted to let Zagara freely set up creep. GFE went to go escort. Tempo Storm, of course, went to go catch the Zagara, try and get a free kill. And just a successful defense for GFE. They enabled Zagara to get out into her lane, put some creep down, and they're feeling good.
Well, we'll see how this game is going to play out for Tempo Storm. I'm curious to see how effective the Valeera will be. You know, we talk about how stealth is powerful, but you know, it have to be executed very well.
Yeah, Valera's always interesting to watch. I mean, sure, there's a lot of power, you know, with that, especially with double tank, fair bit of lockdown.
Bye, Kaufman.
And yeah, there's the first blood of the game. Kaufman getting picked off on the Gul'dan.
GFE waited so long in the middle of the map to try and get that pick. They wanted to see where the hero distribution would be. End up getting rewarded with the kill. I don't think they're going to find more here, though. This is a 3v4,
Yeah.
and they don't have the damage.
They don't
Nice
have
double
damage.
stun. Psalm is going to take a fair bit of damage here just from the Zagara even getting the others over the wall. Stukov versus False had a weird bottom lane happening while this is going up here at the top.
That is interesting.
Kill?
A lot of damage going on the Fury,
Ooh,
and
they
he's going
got
to go down. But K1 Pro might die for this.
The armor and the burrow coming through. K1 Pro going to be peeled successfully. Actually stepping back in, forcing damage to fly in from Fen. Gets
Nice
the hammering out and the
plan.
kill on the Gul'dan. Beautifully done.
That was really well done from GFE.
When the BM spray Lunara going, ooh.
Nice.
Yeah, I believe it was the Gildan cocktail that secured the kill on the Fury. And then K1 Pro living through that. The fly up from Fan was clutch as well. It's I mean, you talked about in the 4-man Stukov, but
Yeah.
they don't have him in the 4-man. They have June solo in bot lane.
I mean, they don't have a 4-man. The lanes are all messed up because of the pressure they tried to put on Zagara in the early game, and they just haven't recovered from the early picks. And this is something that can happen on 2-lane maps. The lanes get weird. The enemy team's pressuring. You don't want to give the wall for free. You don't want to give the beacons for free. And suddenly the game is just a mess.
Oh,
Meanwhile,
June
man.
is slapping
Yeah.
him so hard.
He just got locked into the arm wrestling pit.
Yeah, pinned between a Stukov and a Murden, and he got slapped down so fast. That was nuts. Well, that's going to be the first death on the end of GFE. Right now, Tempo Storm is controlling the shrines for a few more seconds, and that's going to get their charge higher than GFE's.
yeah. But GFE will retake that bottom beacon, and now it seems like Tempo Storm has kind of stabilized. They're actually not running a 4-man. They've just repeatedly sent Duo to the top.
Is Greyman going to get scouted out right now with the camp?
Yeah.
Get on the point! Oh, they didn't get to the point in time.
They didn't steal it, but K1 Pro will die here.
Maybe. Maybe. Wow.
The Jukes, King Caffeine with a beautiful
stun.
save. That was so clean.
Akaface catching him with the dwarf toss, and that will be the death of Cattle.
Should
Some
be.
able to live, but not Cattle.
Oh! He was actually very close to living there.
Very close, but not quite. He is Ripperoni and
He
Pepperoni.
stepped on a nail.
Yeah, just like
Step
Angus.
on a nail.
Close but no cigar.
Never stepped on a nail. Stepped on a thumbtack before. That hurts.
Yeah, those are not.
I don't want to
fun.
step on a nail ever in my life. That
Yeah,
sounds
would-
miserable.
That used to be awful. Well,
GFE double beacon, and with the kills they got, and forcing Psalm off the map, they're going to be able to get really close to 100% here.
Yeah.
Psalm
And
will be able to take it back though.
they've already got a good experience lead as well, half a level. You know, that when you get a push like this, get down some structures, level 7 gets locked in before your opponents, enables you to be a little bit more aggressive than otherwise you might be able to. And, ooh, the turnaround though, Tempo Storm.
a lot of damage going down on the Cattle. Gets the dwarf toss out of there. He has June to heal him up, and he will be A-okay. But they're contesting
Udall
these.
Is buying as much time as he can with his life to just pull them off this point while they make sure the bottom beacon is contested. Cattle did just dwarf toss, so he does not have that available. Heals coming from June might be enough. Yeah, steps a little just to be safe.
So hard to kill them, Murden.
It really
Yeah,
is.
that silence from June was so good too. All three of those members trying to dive the Murden
That's such
ended
a
up getting
good
silenced.
Dude,
ability,
Stukov is so
man.
cool. He really
He
is a cool support.
bonkers. I don't think we've seen the arm this entire. It's always been flailing swipe, right?
Today it has been flowing the swipe.
Oh, ever
Yesterday
since the
there was
buff,
some
it's
massive shove.
significantly better, it seems, yeah.
June taking a lot of damage here. Fan is focused, firing on K1 Pro, trying to get to him, but Psalm is body blocking, and that is going to be Stukov going down.
Yeah, Stukov loses his life. Psalm has very little HP in the stealth, doing his best to retreat. K1 Pro looking to get forward, but no Gildan cocktail thrown yet. Well, has been tapped by Psalm to make sure that he's got that health pool. That would survive a cocktail that splashed on him if it did come his way. He's rotating up towards the bottom beacon once again.
5 minutes into the game, and the first beacon still has not been claimed. Both teams doing a good job of like contesting it, but clearly GFE, you know, doing the better job. They're at 78% versus the 44 of their opponent.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem like either team is really able to get a significant lead here.
TS might actually get. Oh no, okay. Fury taking a little bit of damage. Nice stun, and that's going to be a dead Udall. Zagara is
Scrappy game.
Very easy to kill with this comp.
Yeah, they're trading kills back and forth pretty hard. That's not great, though, for the Zagara team. I feel like the Zagara really wanted a solo lane matchup and only to have to ever contend with one potential ganker. The fact that Cawthon and Psalm have both been putting pressure on the Zagara lane makes it so hard for Mike to get pressure on these walls. So even though he has the wall down, he's not threatening the fort at all, and they're not getting any more beacon value.
What's the go-to Zagara or Heroic? Because last year it was Nidus Swarm 100% of the team.
It's still pretty much Nidus
Still
Swarm.
pretty much Nidus, even on the two-lane map like this?
I suspect it will be,
Okay.
yeah.
Go, June, go!
Smack those creeps.
Smack them. That mount is cool. You know what that mount is, Jake? The goat thing they're riding right now? That might not be available because they're using their Terminus account, right?
Don't know what that is, I'll be honest.
That's cool looking.
I don't own it, I know that much. And I own a lot of mounts, dude. I own a lot.
Yeah.
I spent so much money on this game. It's
Well, we'll see here how this game is going to play out when we hit level 10. Psalm has to be very careful. Akaface wants him bad, but he's going to run away there. Looks like Akaface is going to try trading with Cattle here. They might be able to get the top one, and Falset's pressuring top.
Cattle. Oh, he almost jukes it. He's good read on Cattle,
Yeah.
you know, knowing King Caffeine was going for the burrow. Actually,
Oh, fan!
the hammering didn't connect. Oh!
Yeah, the last
Wow.
zap. That was close.
That was
Gonna
intense.
go down. This is... Oh, they recap top at 98%.
Holy monkeys.
GFE almost had that. Holy monkeys.
Monkeys.
Monkos. Well, I said monkeys. Holy monkos.
Get caught up on your meme game, bro.
Sorry, it's sometimes hard to hear you guys with the headset.
GFE feeling pretty good about that. They got a kill and a fort out of that. Now they've got an advantage on the map in terms of mercenary control, so this will be able to secure the first
And heroics.
Zerg Swarm. Yeah, Tempo Storm should be able to catch it up, though. By the time the Zerg Swarm pushes the bottom lane towards them, Stukov clearing right now, they'll have level 10.
Well,
I'm worried for this keep, though. I could see a world where GFE actually threatens the bottom keep here with this first Zerg wave.
Let's see how this fight goes. Was it Nidus Swarm? Yes, it was.
Yeah.
No surprise from Dunkarino Cappuccino here. Pushing into the bottom wall, GFE is already whittling it down pretty fast when Zerg Wave arrives. Baneling's rolling in, and this is going to be tough for Tempo Storm to hold.
Yeah. Valera good at controlling the beacons, especially against these squishies, but not great wave clear here. You see Psalm trying to make something happen.
He's trying.
Oh, the arm sends a Nubrak flying, but he's going to be waddling
Nice
back.
Gus.
Nice Gus. They're trying to force this fight. June getting blown up, and the Stukov with no mobility, but Fan dies for it. 1-for-1 exchange so far.
Akaface
Akaface is going to go down, but he's got the Ghost Uther heals.
boy.
Can he save Caffeine? He's so low. The heals from Aka. So clutch.
Curse Bullet ripping in, and this is actually an alarmingly low keep for this early in the game. Big push from GFE. Yes, they lost 2 members in the process. They got Stukov as well, one for their efforts, but that is now a super exposed keep here in the
Yeah. Dangerously low. Doug, what do you think went wrong with that fight? Because it looked like that should have been GFE's fight, but it ended up getting swung initially in favor of Tempo.
Well, it's obviously not ideal for the Falstad to instantly trade when he goes for the Gust
Right.
in. So that's tough. He expected maybe a little more support from Uther, but he wasn't quite in range. But also, you have a Nidus Zagara, who is pretty lackluster at team fighting. That hero doesn't really help in that
Right.
sort of situation. If that had been a Devouring Maw, they would have crushed that team fight, no question. But really, it was just nice Horrify from Cawthon, and you know, good control by the rest of the team. The massive shove also getting value. Pretty much every heroic from Tempo landed and did what it needed to do.
Well, the stun goes down onto Fan, but Psalm was not in range in time. That's the problem with the Valera follow-up. You have to have that gap closer, you know, for the Murden stuns, for the ETC
Yeah.
slides in.
If
like
she's
you know,
already in
Toronto
stealth.
would have.
Yeah, she has to already be in position, basically.
Some tough to pull off.
Tall order.
Tall order of mac and cheese.
You can't eat that.
That's true. Well, I
You already ate cake.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, 13's almost here. GFE, it might not look like they have a huge advantage, but you look at that bottom keep, and that is a big opportunity for a later part in the game. You know, if they take a team fight, take down the keep, you never know what could happen. They're pressuring this last fort. Structurally, that's where their true advantage lies, and that'll be level 13 once it's picked up. Salma is waiting for the potential Zagara to be plopped out.
Is it gonna happen?
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh!
The drag, is it there in time? Oh, Michael Udall!
B-step, B-step! All right, Udall, you failed me.
Miwa is a god observer, by the way,
he
guys.
is a god observer. He basically told us to tell that story right there if it happened.
That's what a good observer is.
Yeah,
Like, truthfully,
he's essentially a commentator.
he's another caster, yeah.
It's
He's
great.
telling us the story in his way.
Way to go, Miwa. You're a gad. Follow him on Twitter at definitely Miwa.
3-2-3.
3-2-3. Well, 13 advantage
That
here,
corruption-
but
that
Tempo
corruption
Storm is
damage
still
was
wanting to
nasty.
fight. That was nuts. They have 13 now. Tempo just about to hit it. Big push in this top lane from Zagara. She's going to start putting pressure onto that top keep, but Valera is rotating up.
Psalm, no
Oh,
respect
there.
for the creep. He might get in range in time.
Ooh.
Oh, he
That
accidentally
was-
used the death from above on the Nidus instead of the
You're
Zagara.
not just juking everyone right now.
Yeah, he meant to interrupt the Zagara's entrance into that Nidus worm, but he couldn't get in range in time.
Oh, damage interrupts Nidus? I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I thought it had to be a stun. But I am bad and dumb.
It almost rhymed.
Yeah, almost. I'm not good. Or I would. A lot of pressure on the map here from GFE. They've got these waves super far pushing. We have Falsehead in the bottom lane wanting to backdoor as everyone rotates top. They're contesting this camp up here. All 5 members of Tempo Storm are here waiting to fight. Well, Fan's just going to get this keep for free.
Yeah. Wow, that is
He
good.
has,
close.
he has Gust.
He's probably going to trade for it. I think he should just accept his death.
That was actually
Nice.
so
That
well
was
done.
fly.
That was
That was
so
fly.
well done.
Oh, Cattle wants it still. I don't think he's going to be able
That
to
was
get the
fly
kill.
while using fly. Way to go, Fan.
Yeah, nicely done.
And they got control, because of that play, it forced
yeah.
them all back. They got control of both the shrines for a small amount of time.
That's min-max right there.
Yeah.
That was a super well-done play on the side of GFE. Now, K1 Pro will need the Divine Shield to stay alive here. Warp toss in from Cattle Fan, respecting that, using that barrel away, but K1 Pro is going to end up going down. Regardless, 32%, not too shabby on the beacon progress.
Yeah, but you don't really want to trade D-Shield and a death for that.
That's true.
GFE
That-
was really
I
expecting...
mean, at least it's Avatar for D-Shield.
Calf has been camping there for like an hour.
Yeah, they were trying to get the Dahaka solo kill with Kath and Zag. Almost caught the Dahaka, but he did manage to get away.
Beautiful
Nice
tail from
fail.
King Caffeine, keeping Michael Udall in the fight, able to keep throwing out some damage. Cap is low and Psalm is looking. Actually, the zoning Baneling denies him any kind of approach because the thing about Valera is if you lose your stealth, you lose your stun, you lose your entire engage. If the Baneling wasn't there, he actually could have committed to that fight.
Whoa, Mike Udall went back in towards Tempo's side of the base. That's a really greedy
Definitely
rotation.
ballsy against
Yeah.
against a Valera. Like he's pretty much dead.
Yeah, he's caught here.
But yeah, the fight before this just highlights even more why Sukov looks so good versus a noob. Like,
It's
Cap
cool.
almost didn't get out of there because of that silence.
Yep.
The fact that he just sits on the ground and you have to move out, it's so
This is
good.
beacon progress. If they get this channel or the collection of this top beacon, Gust will be used. And progress continues. 34% right now. How long can they hold
Super
it?
low there.
Ooh, the hammerang finds him!
Fan so close to getting that kill, but not quite enough. June slowly healing him up. And they're going to force them off the point, not willing
68.
to fight this without their Zagara.
That's huge. The shield again.
Psalm has been low life for so long.
I know K1 wants that curse ball, but the drag gets him. The Valera diving into the shield, or the heal's coming in from Akafis last month. Oh, Cocktail nearly killing Salt. Look at Zagara's position.
That above flank, man.
Yeah, there's not much he can do right now. He wants to
has to
push
be
top
careful.
and get the keep, but
Some goes in. Som's got to
risky.
be careful now.
it would be much better for GFE if they were taking this fight on the bottom side of the map.
That bottom lane is the problem. Zagara's going down there too.
Yeah, I don't think it's realistic for Cigar to end. Psalm's going to go try to deal with it. Oh, maybe not. He's just looping around. Tempo Storm might try to fight here.
The Haka
Right
went
before-
back to base to
Okay, yeah. They have the global. Psalm's just going to the other beacon.
global matching global. The other beacon is going to be claimed, so we got a little bit of a dip. What was it called? Ring around the rosy.
The problem with that setup was they were so close to the top lane, Zagara couldn't go threaten the keep. If they had been pressuring on the bottom beacon, Zagara could have danced back and forth between the lanes, potentially gotten a keep. But realistically, she can't threaten the core in a timely manner.
And so there's no reason for Michael Udall to be doing that. You just keep up the pressure onto the beacons. And you got a Acerino, Stratorino there. Level 16 here for GFE. They have that talent advantage, but not for very much longer as Tempest Storm is closing in. And this bottom beacon is going to be going over to GFE while Valir, again, sniping the top one.
Look at the damage difference. 47,000 damage dealt by Greymane, and the top is Gul'dan at 24,000. So the overall DPS and pressure that we've seen coming out of GFE has been greater than the side of Tempo Storm in this game. But Tempo still, doing a decent job making it seem even, but then you look at the lanes. Look at the lanes right now, all the way pushed in. Michael Udall will die, but they're still... They gotta beat. Their lanes are too pushed out.
Ballstat pushing at the bottom. Top lane is being pressured as well by that Merc.
That
Keep is actually going to go
die.
down top.
And they may lose Psalm here.
Yeah, Psalm's going to go down.
K1 Pro hasn't found him yet. They just got eyes on King Caffeine's going to...
might be able to save.
Yeah.
That was an okay shot. Might be enough distance. I don't know though. They have extra mounted up coming.
Oh, he's going after June. June has no arm to save himself right now. He's up in 6 seconds. Can he? I don't know if it'll be enough.
I think he's okay. Akaface can't quite get there in time because the slow. Oh, the burrow coming in for King Caffeine.
Yep, that's going to be the death of June there. Cigar's still not in the fight, up in 4 seconds though. She has a nice worm nearby. Good gust from Fan to disengage for his team. That Merc camp is still pushing that top lane, about to get that keep. Psalm is so low, man. Psalm is the low health hero this game, man.
Yeah, constantly, right?
Oh, nice drag going on the fall set. Divine Shield has been used. The Haka getting very low. Does burrow, but cancels it. That's going to be the death of almost everyone on Tempo Storm. 3 people down. That was Murden and Haka go down. They really want Psalm. Don't think they're going to get him.
Psalm has gotten in for a lot of kills that he was really close to getting and then just couldn't finish the job. And unfortunately, like the Valir pick it was so close to being amazing in so many fights, but not quite.
It's almost to the point where, like, if Tempo Storm had been 1 level up in stats instead of 1 level down, I feel like Psalm would have gotten 2 or 3 of these kills. It was that close of a margin.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, this should be GG.
Should be.
10 seconds on the tanks. They're already going on to the core. I mean, they don't even care about the Zerg minion wave. They just go in, and we do see the web rep going out. Core's already at 80%. Guys, that's going to be game number 1. Despite the level difference, it's only a 1 level lead. I would say that was fairly convincing from GFE. There was a lot of picks in the early game that kept Tempo Storm in it, but the way they played the map, Miwa, that's a sick.
God,
you're a god.
Meanwhile, you just